9 News Plus weather, sponsored by Carrier Colorado.
9 News meteorologist Lauren Robinson here with your virtual forecast. Well, we're mostly cloudy, breezy, and pretty mild this afternoon with temperatures just a tad below our seasonal average. We're usually closer to around 51 degrees. Today we're going to max out in the middle to upper 40s, so just a little below average. We will continue to see cloudy skies, gusty winds as we go through the afternoon, and we're going to wait for some of that snow that's off to the west now to push through the Front Range later in the early evening hours as maybe a spotty rain-snow mix before revamping as heavier snow tonight across central and northern portions of the eastern plains before it all moves out tonight overnight, and we'll just see more mild cloudy weather for our Sunday or Saturday before things warm up and become sunnier for our Sunday. So we'll get to all of that in just a moment. First, let's go ahead and start with a live look outside where we are starting to see some of that snow and reduced visibility. This is near Loveland Ski here, and you can see on I-70 visibility not too great. That's going to continue to stay pretty iffy as we go through the rest of the afternoon with the snow falling out there and those winds gusting. Here in Denver, we're still dry at the moment, cloudy skies, 46 degrees at DIA. It feels like 40 out there with winds coming in from the east-northeast at 15 miles per hour. So we're already starting to see those winds pick up. We will eventually see that very spotty rain snow mix across the Front Range and then heavier snow off to the east. You can see where the cooler weather is as well. Northern portions of the Front Range in the middle to upper 40s, and same goes for far northern portions of the eastern plains, and then 50s to the south and central portions of the eastern plains, southern portions of the Front Range. We're seeing 20s, 30s, 40s in the high country, middle to upper 30s out west. So a much larger weather system happening off to the east here in portions of the Midwest and the South, where we're seeing heavy rain and severe weather over portions of Kentucky and Tennessee, even moving into southern portions of Indiana and Illinois. And we saw heavy rain in northern portions of Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, and that's going to continue to trek further eastward. So that's where we're seeing more severe weather there. Here in Colorado, just some scattered snow showers pushing in from the west. Right now, overtaking most of the western slope and high country along the I-70 corridor where we just took that live look outside. We're also seeing heavier snow in northern portions of the high country just west of Denver through Fort Collins there. You can see that starting to fill in. So we're going to continue to watch for all of that snow to continue eastward. Now, as it moves eastward, it's going to be very spotty. It's going to die out a bit as it comes across the Front Range. That's where we get that spotty rain-snow mix. And then as it goes across the eastern plains, that's where things start to revamp a bit. So in the meantime, we have winter weather advisories in effect through this evening. 6 to 10 inches expected, as well as 4 to 8 inches just south of that. But all of the northern portions of the high country are going to see those higher totals and gusty winds. As we follow our HD Doppler radar, this is where we see that snow fill into the west in the high country and western slope. We're going to continue to watch for that through the afternoon, and then during the later afternoon, early evening hours is where we're going to start to see that very spotty rain snow mix across the Front Range. You can see not a lot of areas getting it, a lot of it falling across the Continental Divide area, but we're not expecting any sort of snowfall here, especially with temperatures being as warm as they are and with the little bit of rain preceding it. No snowfall expected, or no accumulating snow expected in the Front Range. But then take a look as this system moves further east. That's where it really starts to revamp across central and northern portions of the eastern plains as that continues into the overnight hours before it eventually moves out of Colorado. We wake up tomorrow dry, just with some cloud cover, and we watch for more light to spotty snow showers across the northern portions of the high country Saturday evening. As far as snow totals across the state for this system that's pushing through today, most of the high country just going to see a couple inches of snowfall, maybe 1 to 4, and then we're going to see those higher totals where we have those winter weather advisories. Notice no accumulation really across the Front Range. The Palmer Divide areas where we could see just a little bit of a dusting, that's where we usually get the highest snowfall, but it's going to revamp a bit as it makes its way eastward. We're going to see 1 to 2 inches of snow across central and northern portions of the eastern plains as this system continues to move out overnight. As we go through the weekend, we start to dry out a bit, and some areas drying out a lot. So we even have fire weather watches in effect for Sunday for the southeastern corner of the state. These areas could see relative humidity as low as 8 to 11%, with winds gusting between 50 to 65 miles per hour. You'll want to watch for increased fire danger there. In the meantime, today we're in the middle to upper 40s across most of the urban corridor. The southeastern corner of the state will be in the 50s, 20s, 30s in the high country, middle to upper 30s out west. Overnight, we stay pretty mild. Those areas that'll see that late night snowfall will drop into the 20s. That's going to be around Sterling, Yuma, Lyman. That's where we're going to see the snow falling later this evening before it starts to push out overnight. The rest of us mostly in the 20s and 30s, teens in the high country. Some areas cooling down into the single digits like Gunnison. And then as we go throughout the day tomorrow, temperatures very similar to what we're going to see today. Middle to upper 40s, lots of cloud cover. We're not looking for any rain or snow chances on Saturday, but temperatures, again, another day just below average. Now things will start to warm up as we go into our Sunday. That's where we see temperatures in the middle 50s, and it's going to be short-lived. So if you like the warmer weather, Sunday is your day. The only thing you're going to have to watch for Sunday is going to be those gusty winds. It's going to be sunny, it's going to be warmer, but it'll be very windy Sunday afternoon. Warm weather is short-lived as we watch for our next system to push in Monday. That's going to drop those temperatures into the low 40s. It's going to continue to stay pretty breezy outside. And then during the late night hours Mondays, where we start to see the first approach of some snow, and then we're going to watch for continued on and off snow showers through most of the week next week. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, looking like we're going to watch for those on and off snow showers, temperatures maxing out in the 30s there. So a lot to come next week. In the meantime, we're going to end this week pretty mild. We're in the middle to upper 40s today and tomorrow. We're going to watch for very spotty rain and snow chances across the Front Range later this afternoon, and then snow chances later tonight into the overnight hours across the eastern plains. We stay mostly dry tomorrow, mild, mostly cloudy. And then as we go into our Sunday, that's going to be our nice day. Lots of sunshine, warmer weather, but you do want to watch for those gusty winds. And then as we go into next week, we're going to watch for those on and off snow chances. And right now it's looking like Wednesday and Thursday could be the heavier snow days, but we're still a ways out and models aren't in complete agreement just yet. So we're going to wait for the next couple of days as that looks a bit clearer. But in the meantime, we do have a pretty mild weekend ahead, a great Sunday ahead to go and enjoy any sort of outdoor weather. You just want to watch for those gusty winds, of course, and that fire weather danger that'll be in effect for the southeastern corner of the state throughout the day Sunday. So in the meantime, you can always catch us here for 9 News weather updates on air, online, and on your 9 News mobile app. Have a good Friday.